Chemistry Plus. Let us discuss about the solid state. We already have discussed about the unit cells. What are unit cells? Unit cells are the smallest part of a crystal structure that is when continuously repeated over a long interval in three-dimensional space we get a complete structure of crystal. So now we will discuss about the number of atoms present in a unit cell. We know that unit cells are distributed or classified into primitive unit cell and centered unit cell. In primitive unit cell we will discuss about the only cubic unit cell. Similarly, in centered we will discuss about only cubic unit cell for sake of convenience. So first of all we will discuss about the primitive cubic unit cell, which are simply known as simple cubic unit cell. Primitive cubic unit cell has atoms only at its corner. We already know that in primitive unit cell atoms are present only at its corner. Each atom at corner is shared by its 8 adjacent unit cells, as you can see on the screen that the blue atom is shared by 8 different unit cell. One is, if you consider any one, then one is in its adjacent 2, and in front of these two we get 2 unit cell. Total we get 4, and they 4 are form a plane, and this plane again when repeated over itself we get another 4 unit cells. So in all, in total, this atom is shared by total 8 unit cell. So its contribution to any one particular unit cell is 1 by 8. So if we want to calculate the total number of atoms present in it in a particular unit cell, then we have to multiply its contribution 1 by 8 to the number of corners. So the number of corners in a cube, if you consider any room, that we can easily see number of corners are 8, so it should be multiplied by 8. So we get 1 by 8 times 8 is equal to 1 atom. So we get number of atoms present in its unit cell is 1. Next we will discuss about the body centered cubic unit cell. We know that in body centered cubic unit cell one atom is present inside the body of a particular unit cell. Then the cell is known as unit cell of a body centered cubic type, B, or simply BCC type. As it is clear from its definition, one atom is present inside its body, so its contribution is 1 because it is completely present inside its body, and also its corner atoms contribute 1 by 8 for its unit cell. So again, if we want to calculate the number of atoms present in a BCC type unit cell, then we can simply calculate corner atoms contribution plus body centered atom contribution. So 8 corner multiplied when 1 by 8 contribution, then we get 8 into 1 by 8 is equal to 1 atom. Similarly, when add this one body centered atom which is completely present inside the body of a unit cell, then we get 1 into 1 which is equal to 1. So in total we get 2 atoms present inside a unit cell. Next we will discuss about the face centered cubic unit cell. We know that if in a cube there are 6 faces, and for contribution of one atom which is present at the face is 1 by 2 because it is shared by one of its adjacent unit cell. So its contribution is 1 by 2. So as it can be seen clearly in figure, that if we consider reddish area as an atom, and these are 2 unit cell, then left part is 1 by 2, and right part is again 1 by 2, which is completely shared by which is partially shared by another unit cell. So here we calculate the number of atoms present in face centered cubic unit cell is 8 corner atoms into 1 by 8 atoms per unit cell is equal to 8 into 1 by 8. Same which is repeated in previous body centered or simple cubic, we get one atom. So in all we can say that corner atoms which always contribute one atom per unit cell. So next we add six face centered atom into 1 by 2 atoms per unit cell. As we already discussed that corner atoms surface atom contribute only 1 by 2 part, so 6 into 1 by 2, total 3 atom. So there are total 3 atoms which are contributed by face atoms, atoms present at the face. So total number of atoms per unit cell is 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. So here we summarize that number of atoms in a unit cell in case of simple cubic unit cell is 1, BCC body centered cubic type is 2, and at face centered unit cell is 4. This is all about today's lecture. Next we will continue in next lecture. Thank you.